Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in on the update today on Bitcoin. We'll keep this pretty short. Not a whole lot has changed since the last video I did a couple days ago, so I'll just go ahead and get right into my normal disclaimer that this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This is an extremely risky market, very volatile. So you are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk appropriately, doing your own research. This is just my humble opinion on the market. If you want to support me and all that I do here, you can like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, spread the word, help grow our little community. If you'd like to be in our Discord, just throw in a comment and I'll get you an invite to the Discord. It doesn't cost anything. It's just a way for us to keep down on spam and troll accounts. So let's go ahead and take a look at things here from where we're at here. So what we are, again, going back to a really high level perspective, we're really sort of expecting that this complex correction is completed. On the 12-hour time frame, we have come back and retested this 200 simple moving average. We haven't been able to close above it, right? So the 200 simple, and let me just go ahead and hide all of this. So the 200 simple moving average that we can see right here that we got a rejection from, we tried to push through it, but we weren't able to. And then we're having obviously a rejection from that. So, the bigger question is this correction complete, or did we just have a failed attempt and now we are at a point where alts are sort of having a relief rally before Bitcoin continues to go to the downside? So let's talk about both of those scenarios and see what the strategies could be here. So first off, the level that we're at right now, and you can see my white horizontal that I have on here, it coincides with a lot of different support and resistance. So obviously we currently have support here where we previously had resistance, right? So we previously had resistance here. We had a good cluster set up right here, which we had eventually a rejection from. And that's basically where we're at right now. So from a horizontal standpoint, we're at a pretty critical area as far as support goes because of this cluster where we tried to push through back at the beginning of October. We weren't able to push through it, and then we finally had that spring up. And again, this push down here hit that critical 618 level where I was talking to everybody, this is an important level where we need to be paying attention to, and we had really a crazy reaction off of it. So now let me go ahead and put all of the drawing back on here and go back to a 30-minute time frame and just kind of talk about what we're in right now. So a couple days ago when I did an update, we were outlining, it was back when we had the crazy push up and the crazy push down, all in the matter of just a couple hours, right? I happened to be sleeping when this occurred. We had that crazy push up, but then in the morning when I woke up, we were pushing down, and then of course we're just continuing to range here. So as you can see with the yellow down here, we've got our 618, which is at 85.5350. And that 618, just for the record, is from this push down here to this push up here, so that we have a dominant swing low and a dominant swing high up here, and we're basically looking basically at a 618 retrace yet again. We are still trading above our diagonal, so we have our diagonal trend line that we've also been looking at. From the top here at 13,900, we had a front run, we had a touch here, a couple front runs here in this level, then we pushed through, and even though we got rejected at the 200 simple on the 12-hour, we are still trading above this for now. I don't say for now as though I believe that we're going to start closing candles lower, but I'm just saying that for now we are, we're holding this as support as we're pushing down a little bit further, and it would not surprise me one bit for us to come just a little bit further down here to the 8450 to 8500 level. It wouldn't surprise me if we did that. That's not to say that we will, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit for us to come down here and test this level just one last time before we really make that decision on whether or not Bitcoin is going to be bullish for 2020. Yes, I do believe that we are at a critical point time-wise for us to really start making a move that everybody's talking about, by the way, which is not good, that everybody's talking about Bitcoin going on another parabolic move for the next halvening. Typically when there are a lot of people talking about the same thing, the opposite will happen, or the opposite tends to happen. The probability is not in the popular favor. So just we have to watch things. Of course, there is a great possibility that we do move up, but we have to watch and see the price reaction. But I do think that between now and the end of December, so the next, I don't know, 45 days, really not a lot of time left here for us to really make a decision. And if we break down below, especially if we take out this low here at 7,300, it's going to take a lot for us to rebound and move up, especially after this markup phase that we had. Just putting things into perspective, we had a huge markup phase and there was no follow through. There was no follow through. We fell over and now we're hitting our important levels where we have to have a bullish reaction off of. We have to have a bullish push out of this area. And again, my no trade zone has not changed. My no trade zone is still right here in this red box, basically right here at the 618, which, to be fair, the 618 is a good buying area, right? But it's not a good area to open up leverage positions. Again, the top area right here at 88, 88.75, that's where we got rejected a couple days ago. This is, this is an area of indecision. There's, just a lot of sideways, obvious, that's an obvious statement that we've got a lot of sideways action going on here. We did get a rejection here at this horizontal, which I, plotted out several days ago. We had good rejection off of that, and that's right at 8,700. So, I really want to see us push above 8,700, but, I really want us to get above 8,900. I really want us to get above there. And if we don't, we're just going to continue ranging here. You can see that we had, lots of resistance here at 8,700. We pushed through and then we failed. We came down to our critical support, which is the 618, but then we came back and hit it again, which I don't like. That's not something that I enjoy seeing. That we came back there again last night. What I would have liked to see is this little tightening that we had here. So let me just go ahead and outline this. We did have a little bit of this going on here. I would have loved to have seen us push up and out of this, but unfortunately we didn't. And so, again, we can take this trend line and we can continue it moving down, and which that would kind of set up a way for us to, from here, whether we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we do a little bit of a rejection or a correction, and then we do a 1, 2, 3. We start closing above this, but that still only gets us up to this this level. And again, I'm only on a 15-minute time frame, so we have to just wait. Unfortunately, we have to wait. And I know there are a lot of alts that are doing crazy things, but Bitcoin right now is the boring one of the bunch. So Bitcoin just continuing to range, giving alts a way for relief, but we have to be cautious that these relief rallies on alts, and again, I'm not trying to put fear in anybody here. I'm just saying that this is something that we have to think about. These relief rallies that are happening on alts are a way for, I hate using the term whales, but market makers, it's a way for them to accumulate because they're the ones that are pushing the price up and marking it up and getting whatever retail is left to buy into the marked up price, which is when they're going to be distributing. And that way they are accumulating Bitcoin. As the price of Bitcoin goes down, they're able to accumulate more and then, turn around and sell it. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Bitcoin have another, expansion in the upward direction, but I would be very cautious and keep an eye out for distribution. We want to see support and resistance flips. We want to see us flip 8,800, 8,900 as support. We definitely want us to see us, we want to see us go back to 9,000, 9,200, and we want to continue to consolidate up there and not have just a bearish rollover. That's not what we want to see. If we start to see a bearish rollover, then that's That's not good because, again, like I mentioned, between now and the end of the year, we've got like 45 days or so. I don't know the exact number. It's probably 45, 50 days that we have before the end of the year. We have to start seeing a good reaction because for the first half of this year, it was fantastic. For the second half of this year, I mean, it's been a very, very long and strung out corrective phase, but we have to quickly get to that point where we're starting to see more bullish moves in the upward direction. We're just not seeing it, except for, of course, I'm not going to ignore the fact that we had this move and we're having a correction, but we need to have something like at least the first half of this happen again. We need to get back up to 9,500. We need to get back up to 9,800. And if we don't, then we're going to come back below 8,000 over time. So yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit of doom and gloom, but there is some positive out of this as well. On the hourly, taking over this 200 simple moving average, which right now is only at about 8,900, that would be ideal. That is where we got rejected when we tried to push up to 9,200 a couple days ago, actually November 10th. So that was about 4 days ago. We had the rejection there. So if we can push up above that, that would be ideal. But we're just not there yet. So we're just going to continue to wait and see how things go for right now. So that's what I've got on Bitcoin. Not a lot of really great things for us, at least for the time being, until we're out of this zone. Once we get closer to pushing out of the zone, I'll post another update to keep everybody up to date on where I think we could potentially be going. But as everyone should already be aware, and this will be the last thing that I say, I have been talking for a long, long time where if we do push out of there, I am going to be looking for a push up to 10,600, 11,850. Potentially this level up here at 12,600, but this last level up here, which is going to be at about 13,900. So these levels are levels that I'm going to be paying attention to: the 618, the 100, the 123.6, and the 1618, based on the retrace that we have done so far. Okay, well, hopefully everybody has a good day. If you have any comments or anything, feel free to throw them here or go in the Discord. I'd be more than happy to chat with any and all of you. So have a good day wherever you are in the world.